Hi everyone, hope you had a great day yesterday. We're back today with a little bit more yoga like we did yesterday with the upper body, building a little bit of strength. We're going to do the same with the lower body today, so I hope that you're not too sore into that upper body, but we won't really be doing much on it, so don't you worry. I hope that you have a great session, and if you want to add to it, then please do flick back through our extensive library that we've got going now. Today is day 30, so we've got basically a month's worth of videos that you could literally flip back to the beginning if you wanted to and start them all over again, or compile them, whatever works for you. Remember to keep those requests coming in. Have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow for our relaxation meditation. So we're going to get started. We're going to go straight in today. So bring yourself into your mountain pose just to loosen off. Draw those thighs up towards the sky, shoulders are back down, okay? Tilt the pelvis slightly under. Really important to keep your back nice and flat for this first bit. Keep your belly drawn in and up. So think about that lovely hand coming in and just almost like guiding your stomach muscles to engage. Shoulders are back and down, we're just opening out into the hands. And we're just slightly parted with our feet. We don't need to have our feet completely together today unless you want to. So when you're ready, we're just going to take 3 nice deep breaths from the base of the belly, coming up through the ribs, the back, the chest, all the way into those collarbones. In through the nose and out through the nose if you can. Breathing in. And letting go. Shoulders relax. And last one. So we're going to take those feet nice and wide. We're going to come into our goddess pose to start. So toes are facing out if that's comfortable for you. If you'd prefer to have them in and you can get your knees over in that position, then fine, but I prefer to have them slightly out. Our back is nice and flat, so our tailbone is tucked under. Okay, we're tucking it under into the pelvis before we even start. Inhale to bring those arms up into high prayer, and as we exhale, we're going to bring our knees down over our toes. Okay, arms come down into a 90-degree angle, so you could rest that cup of tea or whatever on your biceps. So knees are drawing out. So it's, if those of you who ever did ballet and watched it, it's like a grand plie. You're really trying to take those knees over your toes. Your back is nice and flat, so your pelvis is nice and tucked under. Okay, so we're in this position. We've done this before if you've been following the series. Alright, but for those of you that haven't, really make sure that you're squeezing into your glutes, okay? You're pulling those legs back and those hands or arms are in line with your ears if you can. So facing your hands in, and you can come as far down as you want to. It's completely up to you, but we're holding here for another 6 breaths. So we're going straight in today. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, this one's a great one for opening up into the hips. So remember we did those hip openers the other day. If you do start struggle with your hips and you haven't done our hip opening series, flick back a few days because it's a really great one for just loosening up this whole pelvic area. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's take 3 more breaths. And if you want to come deeper, you can. If you want to come out of it, you can. Otherwise, we're going to hold 2 more breaths. Okay, so slowly bring yourself up. Take your arms out so that they're shoulder height. We're going to turn both feet so that they're facing towards the front of your mat now, or whichever side is the front of your mat. Okay, so for me, I'm facing so that my right leg is forward. So that's how I will do it for you. So if you want to carry on, so you can listen to my instructions, carry on this way. And we're going to come into our warrior 2. So that front knee is coming over your middle 2 toes. We're still opened out into those hips if we can. Tailbone is tucked under, so back is nice and flat. Pulling through those arms. Now this is majority about legs today. So if your arms are still quite sore from yesterday, you can always have your hands on your hips, whatever works for you. So we're looking over those middle 2 toes, that knee is coming over. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to take our weight through our forearm into the thigh, reaching over with that top hand. And this is all about the legs taking the weight here. Now if you want to add a little bit of core strengthening into this, you might want to take your fingertips down to the front of your ankle or just the front of the calf, alright, and the lower leg, and just pulling over with that top arm. Shoulder is relaxed down your back, okay, and just really, really try and open out into the chest here. If that's really not comfortable for you, you can take your weight through that forearm as we were doing before. So that knee is still coming over those middle two toes, and try and really get that lovely bend leg. So we're going to start to really build that heat into that leg. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to turn now, taking your hands down to the floor, tuck your toes at the back, and if you can, I want you to push up into a long lunge. So we really, really want to make sure that this is nice and long. So if you need to elongate your stance, do it now. So I'm not quite over the knees over toes yet, because I just wanted to start by getting a comfortable stance here, making sure I've got my balance, looking ahead of me at a point that's not moving so that I don't wobble. So we're here, we're in this position, we're going to take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're just going to straighten the back leg, the front knee bends forward, so really squeezing into that glute, straighten that back leg, okay? And we're going to hold here. Now you can either have your hands on your hips, or your hands can be up, which is a great way to stretch out into the other hip. And what we're going to do here is we're going to just bend and stretch at the back, bend and stretch at the back, and we're going to keep going for 8. Alright, straightening. 7. Now if like me you're a little bit tight in the foot, don't worry too much, come down as much as you can. This is a great one for starting to mobilise into the toes, alright? Carry on. For 6. Okay, keeping that front leg nice and still as you can if you can. Alright, keep going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax those hands back down, okay? Come back into your downward facing dog. Whoa, and just give yourself a little bit of a break. So, feet can be hip width, arms can be shoulder width, and just take those legs, relax off that leg. You can do big pulls if you want to, just relaxing off into those toes as well. Really drawing chest back towards the eyes, tilting tailbone towards the sky, and holding here. Breathing in, breathing out. So, we're going to lift our left leg towards the sky now and step as far forward as you can. Alright, so as far forward as you can. I tend to say so that then the knee is over the ankle. Alright, and then when you're ready, walk your hands up so that we're back in this position and we're on the other side this time. So, back leg is nice and straight. Remember, hands can be above in an extended up position if you want to. You can also take a bind if that's comfortable, or if you want to, you can just take your hands onto your hips. So big bend into that front leg, straight leg at the back, deep breath in, and we're going to exhale to drop. Straighten as we inhale, exhale to drop, and that's it, 8 more. That's good. Alright, so we're squeezing into those glutes. We're staying nice and still with that front leg, okay? If you tend to slip a little bit, then just readjust whenever you need to. Okay, let's just go for 4. Holding, 3. Holding, 2. You can come as deep or as not deep into this as you want to. 1. Okay, and hands come down either side of that foot. Let's come back into your down dog again. Alright, you can either pedal here just to loosen off, or you can just hold a nice stretch into your hamstrings, tilting your pelvis up towards the sky, chest comes back towards your thighs. Ooh. And catch your breath. If you're anything like me, that's quite a lot, so just breathe. Okay, so we're going to look back towards our hands, walking our feet all the way up towards your hands. Okay, don't worry if it's not particularly graceful. Hang here just for a second. Big bend into the knees. Slowly roll that body up. When you get to the top, take your arms all the way into high prayer. Exhale to let go. So, we're going to do all of that on the other side. Catch your breath. Okay, when you're ready, I'd like you to come into that lovely goddess pose. So, legs are nice and wide again. Okay, toes out. We're going to go straight into it. Back's nice and flat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let's come down with those arms. Come down with the legs. All right, really relaxing your shoulders back there. And we're going to hold. So let's hold for 10 breaths if you can. Breathing in and out, keeping that pelvis tucked under. Belly nice and drawn in. Chest is lifted. So instead of leaning forward, we're leaning back here. Toes are still knees are still over your toes. And breathe. Okay, 4 more breaths. Coming deeper if you want to, or lighter out if you want to. Completely up to you. Okay, so we're going to come up with those arms coming shoulder height. Turn those feet so that you're coming towards the other way this time. Your pelvis is tilted under, alright? Fingers are away from you. Shoulders are down. Remember, you can have your hands on your hips if you prefer. That knee is coming over your middle 2 toes. We're tilted under into that pelvis. Breathe. Remember, this is all about opening out to the hips, but we want to make sure that knee is staying over those middle 2 toes. So if you need to slightly turn into the hips, that's absolutely fine. Remember, hands can be shoulder height if you want them to be. As we exhale, we're just going to come forward. So remember, taking weight into your forearm and reaching over with that top arm, or you can come all the way down with that hand so that you're in front of the ankle or the leg, and really taking that top shoulder back to get that nice twist into the spine and stretch all the way down the side of the body. Looking down, forward or up, depending on what's comfortable for you. I'd recommend down or forward. And then when you feel ready to do so, turn your body and onto your toes, come down onto your hands, okay? Readjust, make sure your positioning is good. Walk your hands up and come into that long lunged position. Okay, so remember, hands can either be high or they can be on your hips. That front knee is bent and it stays where it is. That back leg is straight to begin with. So feel that pull into the back leg. Inhale. Alright, as we exhale, we drop. We inhale to straighten. Exhale to drop. Inhale to straighten. Let's do 8 more. 8. 7. 6. 5. Breathe. Shoulders back. Relaxed. Okay, we go for 3. Keep that front leg still if you can. 2. And 1. Straighten. Catch your balance. Okay, hands come back down. Tap your toes if you haven't already. And come back into your down dog. Just loosening off there. At any point, if you need to, you can just come down and relax back into a child's pose. Whatever works for you here. We are working hard into those legs, okay? But we really want to make sure that we are in a good position. So we had our left leg forward that time, alright? So when you're ready, we're going to lift the right leg up and step that as far forward as we feel comfortable doing so. Again, under the knee is preferable for this position. Get yourself into a good position here with your feet and then walk your hands up, okay? Breathing in, breathing out. Remember, hands can be on hips or they can be above the head here, getting a big stretch into those hips. Now when you're ready, bend into that front leg. And remember, if it's too much, come slightly out. And you can do this in a less deep position and just do this with the back leg there. So we can do that for this round, okay? Or stay in your deeper position. Shoulders are relaxed. We're bent here. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, we drop. We inhale to straighten. We exhale to drop. 8 more. Mostly, but if you need to breathe through your mouth, then and just really stretch out into those hamstrings. Okay, when you're ready, drop your knees down to the floor, untuck your toes and push back, and stretch out, relaxing down to the ground. Now if that's really uncomfortable for you, or you're feeling a little bit claustrophobic, you can come onto your forearms. And this is just about hugging your hips in, giving your thighs a bit of a break, breathing in, breathing out here. And then when you feel comfortable, you're just going to push back up. Okay, come forward, tuck your toes, push back. Alright, stand into that forward fold and slowly roll yourself up. And we're just going to do a nice quad stretch to finish. Okay, so I'll just come side on. Pick your point ahead of you because this is basically a balanced position. Okay, a really nice way to just stretch off into the quads. Okay, not necessarily a yoga pose or a specific yoga pose, but I like to do it because that was quite intensive into the front of the thigh. So when you're ready, you're just going to shift your weight onto your right foot, take your left ankle, okay, into your hand, and you're just going to keep your knees together, push the hips forward, alright, and hold here. If you need to hold on to something, then do. You're ready? Okay, or pick that point ahead of you that's not moving. Great balance test as well, this. Trying to keep those knees together and those hips forward. Deep breath in. Exhale to release. Let's do it on the other side. Grabbing hold of the ankle if you can. Knees together, hips forward, so squeeze into those glutes. Looking straight ahead of you to that point that's not moving. Those knees together, hips forward. And feel that big pull up the front of the thigh. Deep breath in. And exhale. Loosen up there. I hope that you enjoyed that quick but quite intense session into the thighs. And we will be back tomorrow with a relaxation meditation and some more dynamic stuff next week. Have a great